Hey guys, welcome back. The title of the video is going to be Stop Living on Autopilot, Take Control of Your Life and Grow. Stop living on autopilot. Now, I feel like a lot of us do this most of the time in our lives. And we do this with both our relationships and our careers all the time. You know, as soon as you get comfortable with a job or a relationship, you kind of take it for granted and you just sit back and you chill, right? You sit back, you get real comfortable, and you just go on autopilot, right? You know the job, you know how to operate it, and you just do the same thing day in and day out, typically. And you get comfortable and you stop learning new skills when that happens. And the same thing goes with relationships. That first phase of a relationship is the honeymoon phase, where you're getting to know each other. You're really trying hard to present yourself in a way that you want to convey to the other person. You just want to be a good person around that person. Maybe you decide to move in with each other or get married, whatever it is. And after a while, you just get comfortable with each other and you become complacent. And sometimes, you don't put as much effort into that relationship over time. And you don't want to get to that point, to be honest, because once you become complacent with the relationship, things sometimes start to go downhill because you don't appreciate that person anymore. I don't want that for you. So let's talk about that as far as being in autopilot mode. It's kind of like you need to understand how the brain works as far as human brain activity. There's a part in your brain, it's way back here, it's called the brain stem, if you're not familiar with it. And it's connected to your spinal cord, and it kind of controls involuntary operations in your body, like your breathing, right? Or your heart beating, things like that. Those are done on autopilot automatically. And this is kind of something we have in common with the animal kingdom in a sense. Most of the animal kingdom runs on autopilot mode. Everything's done automatically, and they don't get to take advantage of what humans have, and it's this big frontal lobe up here. All right, your frontal lobe controls like reasoning and thought process, planning, execution, things like that. And that's the difference between us and the rest of the animal kingdom. And what happens is when we get comfortable in life, that part of the brain it's just not operating anymore. You kind of put that part of the brain to sleep in a sense, right? It goes into hibernation. That's what happens. You know, you get so comfortable, you don't even have to use it anymore. It's just like you're on autopilot. You have the same routine. Your job is about the same. Even in my job, even in software development, like I barely have to even think about things anymore because I know the field so well. And with ChatGPT, I barely even have to think. I just say, hey, here, make this thing do this thing, and it spits out the code for me, right? So it's like I'm on this autopilot mode. And the problem is that you become complacent, especially in your career. And when you become complacent, you get soft, you get weak. And there's always going to be a next level of the market, whether it's technology or a new direction where the economy is going. And you become a dinosaur in a sense. You become obsolete. And it's happening faster and faster and faster every year with where technology is going. You look at AI, it's just going to, create dinosaurs left and right because people just get stuck in their ways and they don't adopt the new technologies. I'm guilty of this as well. I have not dove into most of the AI technologies. I have a little bit more than probably most people, but I don't even think I've scratched the surface on it. And I need to be aware of that and not be on autopilot and start to learn and grow new things. I'm 45. I got 20 more years of work, maybe 30, to be honest. I mean, Social Security is not going to be there for me, so I might have to wait to retire at 70 years old. I got 25 more years for that. And I'm sure most of you guys do too. I've seen my analytics. Most of you guys that are watching the channel between 25 and 45, you got a long ways to go. So don't be on autopilot. Keep pushing, keep growing your skills. All right. Keep working that frontal lobe, build it up, to where it's going to explode out of your head, that kind of thing, get that brain. That brain is a muscle of yours. You got to work that muscle. You got to think and contemplate things all the time. Whether it's building a YouTube channel or TikTok, or you want to be a streamer, do something on the side to keep that brain going. Come back to your inner child. I'm doing a previous video on that. And come back to your inner child and start working that brain. You'll start thinking more when you want to play and have fun. No doubt, I don't know. I just think that I need to improve on this too myself. I'm trying to with the YouTube channel, but I need to do that more in my personal life, honestly. It's been fun. I've been actually talking to my wife more, talking a little bit of politics here and there. I talk about the YouTube channel sometimes. You got to be careful on that. I'm not always on the same page with my wife. It's good to talk through these things and good to self-reflect and maybe even from a relationship perspective, talk about your goals moving forward. That'll get you out of that stagnation that maybe you're in with a relationship. Talk about your goals. See where that other person is at. Because honestly, a lot of times we get into our own little worlds. We've all got our phones on us. We're all, you get complacent with your phones. And everyone's in their own little world these days. It's like living in isolation land, and we get complacent with it. We really do. But try not to do that. Try to work that frontal lobe, build that muscle up, and differentiate yourself from the animal kingdom. That's my moral of the story here. So anyways, you guys, let me know in the comments below what you're trying to do to improve your frontal lobe's capabilities and getting off autopilot. I know we all do it, even myself. And let me know in the comments below what you guys are doing. And everyone, take a look at my previous video if you could. And everyone have a great day. Thanks. Bye.